This is National 9 News Adelaide with Georgina McGuiness.
A dramatic rescue ends the nightmare for an Adelaide kidnap victim.
She's certainly very distressed.
A US soldier taken hostage in Iraq. And local students vent their fury over a huge jump in fees. Good evening. Also tonight, a dirty day for Port Adelaide at the MCG. And the remarkable shot that ended a standoff. But first tonight, police are zeroing in on the second man wanted over yesterday's violent kidnapping at Prospect. Tonight, the victim is recovering with her family. Police confirming that she was snatched for ransom. It is believed that her captors had demanded $100,000. In the news ahead, opponents attack new moves towards stem cell research. And thousands of punters go pink to farewell a champion.
Sunday, it's the television event of the year.
Homegrown superstars, a brilliant international guest list with an unprecedented red carpet special.
The TV Week Logies Awards presented by Cartier, 7:30 Sunday on 9.
That's a lot of money. Time for tonight's sport. Mark, you're at the chairman's dinner at Amy Stadium ahead of tonight's Crows and Kilda clash.
Yes, Georgina, things are in full swing down here and everyone's very optimistic the Crows can come through for their first win. Hello everyone, coming up, Melbourne maintains its hometown dominance over a disappointing Power, and Melbourne Cup winner Maccabee Diva adds the Sydney Cup to her trophy cabinet. Welcome back to Amy Stadium. We'll preview the Crows St Kilda game shortly, but first, Port Adelaide has slumped to its first loss of the season. It's also been hit by a fresh wave of injuries. Melbourne cruised to a 53-point win at the MCG. David Neitz kicked 6 and Brad Green had 31 possessions. For the Power, Brett Montgomery and Sean Burgoyne have joined the walking wounded. And Georgie, that's our sport. Back to you.
Good on you. Thank you, Mark. And Xavier is along after the break with tomorrow's weather details.
A story of love and lust. For the first time, the Aussie escort and that affair with David Beckham. Plus, great news for the boy who won our hearts when Nissan presents A Current Affair.
Good evening, everyone. What a lovely day. Another one ahead of us. So far, we've had a top of around 21.5 around the moment. It's around 16 degrees. Having a look at our geosynchronous orbital calibration, we've got the high-pressure cell in the Bight. On the edge of that, the eastern edge, we've got the southerlies. Now, that's providing a bit of shower activity on the southerlies, moisture picking up around the lower southeast coast. That'll clear fairly early in the morning. Also, because of the high dew points, we're going to see some early morning fog clearing, the cloud also clearing, so we're looking at a sunny afternoon. Generally fine conditions as the southerlies turn east to northeast out through the west. If you're heading further afield, you can expect Hobart, Melbourne and Brisbane to be wet. The rest are fine. A top of 14 for Hobart and maximums up to 34 in Darwin. Here in our state today, maximum ranged from 15 degrees at Parawa up to 29 degrees at Maree. So, for the forecast, isolated light shower 2 for the southeast coast, the early morning fog clearing, cool around the south, warmer through the north, and the south to southeast winds turning east to northeast in the west. Broken Hill looking for a top of 27. Ceduna overnight of 7, top of 22 there. 21 degrees the top for Murray Bridge. Elsewhere in the state, down to around 8 degrees for Naracoorte and Newry. 21 the top and 20 there. 19 degrees lovely at Victor Harbour. On the waters, fairly simple. South to southeast winds, 8 to 13 knots. Seas at 1.5 metres. And for the metropolitan area, fine and cloudy. Sunny afternoon, Adelaide with 22, Elizabeth at 22, maximum of 20 for Mount Barker and Noarlunga also at 20 degrees. Now looking at the week ahead. Monday and Tuesday, because of the cool nights ahead of us, we're expecting cold, maybe even a frosty morning to start with. Then as the week progresses, we'll see the northerly start to come through. This will pick the temperatures up around the 26 degree, although it's a northerly ahead of shower late Thursday into Friday, clearing for this time next weekend. Good to see you all. Here's George.
Thank you, Zave. I'd love to hear you say the name of the weather map again. That's National 9 News for this Saturday. Thanks for your company. We'll leave you tonight with pictures of a baby giraffe born at Minato Zoo this morning, the second giraffe to arrive at the park in just 2 weeks. No one's sure yet if it's a boy or a girl, but amazingly, it took only 30 minutes for those first wobbly steps. Good night, everyone.
On 9 Sunday Football, grasping for glory, 2 teams put to the ultimate test. A road trip behind enemy lines. Kangaroos Sydney, live 12:30 Sunday.
Tonight, after an all-new hour of Funniest Home Videos, it's the Gilmore Girls. Then Goldie Hawn stars in Wildcats, your Saturday night at the movies. This is Channel 9 Saturday.